All right. Now, what have I done now? Well, I saw an ad I couldn't resist, which isn't hard. It's amazing what I drag home for not having a truck. Picked up another lathe. This, if you don't know what it is a Rivett 1020S. It was made in April of '51, and it's a 12.5-inch swing, 20-inch between centers, so it's same size as your standard 10EE Monarch. There's a competitor. This comes in at about 3,900 pounds, so it's a heavy girl. I took the front cover off because I was looking at it. This lathe here wasn't hooked up under power when I bought it. Got it for a pretty good price, and I just think it's really neat. Give you a little rundown on it a little bit. You have right here is where you can choose between back gear and open belt. This is the quick change, and looks like engage. You can move it and then re-engage. Where you select like A1, A2, A3. And then left hand neutral, right. And the B's. So here's the B's. The B's are separate than the A. So I assume you have to. So I'll have to see how that works once I get it under power, do a little more reading about it. It's got a really cool, I really like this little tack, 3,500 RPM top speed. Let's see, what else is there? This little thing here is to go forward, reverse, stop, slow down, speed up. So it's a variable speed. And over here you have your start, stop. And then one of them says line, start, stop. So I'll have to read about that. I was making the assumption that one of them, yeah, I don't, now I'm confusing myself. I was assuming that one of them was to start the pump, but then where would you shut the pump off? So I'll have to figure that one out still. Anyway, 5-horse AC motor, and then you have like a dual Reeves drive setup for variable speed. I'll show it to you from the other side because it's easier to see. But it is it has I think it has, oh yeah, no, right here we go. I was trying to remember what this was. 1020S, serial number 166, and then date April 27, 1951. 440 3-phase main drive, 440 3-phase coolant pump, and control is 115 single phase, and the control circuit is 110. So over on the end here, oops, I got my finger in the way. Over here on the end is a door that you can open it up. There's the electronics. Pretty much looks like a lot of lathes. I think that's the transformer, and I assume it goes from 440 to 110. Got the fuses there. We got some more fuses over there. Let's see. Close that. It has a kind of a neat little dial here. It's an accumulator dial, and what it is this first row is in tenths, 10,000ths of an inch. This is in tenths of an inch, and this is in inches. These two are hooked together, but what you'll see is if I give it a revolution here, that's 200, so 210,000ths, which is 2/10, or 200,000ths. Sorry, I don't know, I was thinking tenths. So this is in thousands. I don't know. So this is 0.2, and then this is wherever that is in inches. Let's see, so I'm at 2/10, 4, 6, that should be 8, there's 8, and one more full revolution brings me to 1 inch, and you can see it goes from 7/8 of an inch, and it went to 0 again, starts over 1 inch. So that's kind of neat. This is an LO taper. It's got a direct collet mount, kind of like the HLVH, but this holds 6R collets, which I think are just for the Rivett, maybe. And it's got a taper attachment sneaking under there. I did get the tailstock. I just took it off after, when I went and looked at it and bought it. I took the tailstock, took the draw tube, and anything else that wasn't bolted down, because I know the guy got a lot of calls on it. Tailstock's in the car. I'll get that out. Let's see. I took the back doors, or this door off. This one's kind of cool because it's hinged. Oh. So there's the coolant pump, and where everything drains in here. The coolant pump is 440 only. The motor is 440 or 220, and it's wired 440 right now. So, okay, and then this is the jack shaft that the Reeves drive setup, and this is the back side of it. And then you have this little setup here. There's like dual belts that go up, and one of them's for open belt and one's for back gear, I believe. And I haven't ran it yet, but I will. One of the things that I thought was kind of neat is how it was kind of, back it up here, you can see this whole motor drive setup, the whole drivetrain is on one big old plate. And you can, if you take the belts off one side and unbolt it, you can slide the whole thing out the end of the lathe and work on the whole thing and then slide it back in. Obviously it's heavier than hell, so you'd have to support it somehow, but pretty neat that they designed it like that. The quick change also, I'm already off the other side, but the quick change, you can unbolt it and undo the gearing here that ties it to the headstock, and the whole thing will just slide out. So why'd I buy it? Well, because it's cool. That's why. What's my plans? Well, currently what I plan on doing is just seeing if it runs, you know, and making sure all the gears work and the power feeds work and all that kind of stuff. Outside of that, it's probably just going to get weatherized and sit for a bit, because I have the English metric Monarch that I want to do first. And when I'm done with it, you know, and get it situated, then I'll work on this. But this isn't something that I'm just gonna, you know, slap a coat of paint on and call it a day. I think this machine's worthy of a full restoration, which will mean, you know, double checking the ways to see if they need to be reground, you know, seeing if I need to put turkite on the carriage, and all that, you know, all that good stuff. That's really about it on this video. I don't really have much else to say. As far as wear, I know it'd be nice to put new screws and nuts in it. You can see on this cross slide here the amount of thread there, and if you come up here you can see it's a lot more pointier. I don't know if you can see that. And then I can also see like shim here. So is there so much wear, or is it just the gib was out of adjustment? So I'll have to check that out, and see, does it need to be built up with some turkite and scrape back in. Here comes a plane. Hold on. It's pretty happy. Little things that I like seeing is there's no dings in this compound. It hasn't been crashed. I like that. And let's see, LO spindle, so it's not that hard to pick up stuff, chucks and things like that. There was no extra charge for the paint job, this porch paint job. Of course, they could only do it on 3 sides, not the back side here. And you know, they got some on the ways, so that's good. You know, that helps keep the ways from rusting. Always a good thing. But no, let's see, this is half nuts. Yep, I'm gonna hear half nuts. And then this is cross slide, and this is power feed. I can hear, I don't know if you hear that. You know, I can hear that. It's like a gear rubbing. I also noticed that if I put this down, it doesn't do anything. Whereas I've got this one makes that little gear sound too, so I gotta check that out. But when I take this down, now it's locked up. So this side's working, this side's not, and I'll have to figure that out. I do notice this is screwed way further in than this too, so that might have something to do with it. There is a lockout. Oh, there's a lockout for the cross slide, or for the power feed when you have the half nuts in. So, but there wasn't for this. So you go half nuts and then engage that. Okay, sort of rambling now. There's some blue tape on this. The you know what I'm trying to think of. The older I get, the more brain farts I have. So I took the tape off, and I was going, what do they call that? Little dial that you use when you're threading. Anyways, thread dial. Pull the tape off, and I don't know if you can see anything. I can't see anything. So I'll have to take this plastic off and see what I can see in there. But I believe that's what that is. Not much else, you know. Not much else to say about it. If you have one and you like it, you know, make a comment down below. Otherwise, that's it. You know, it'll probably be a while before you see it again. I might shoot a small video once I get it fired up and make sure it runs and show you that it runs. You know, but then it'll be back onto the 10EE and the drill grinders, and then I'll get to this. So take care. Thanks.